Next up on Keeping It 100, Diamond Dallas Page returns to talk about his recently released book, Positively Unstoppable, The Art of Owning It, and of course everything for DDPY, which you can check out at ddpyoga.com.
It took 2 years to put it together with everything, the whole, ifs, ands, and buts. But, really proud of it. I think it's the best thing I've ever done when it comes to that. And
what is it about?
It really will help. The book's called Positively Unstoppable, The Art of Owning It. Right. And, as you know, it can be whatever you want it to be. And so many people fill themselves up with so much negative, talk in their brain. Like, how do you get out of that? How do you get out of depression? How do you live your dreams?
Right.
Which all of us have been fortunate enough to do.
Right.
But we get it.
Right.
And what you have to do, you can't, no one has to believe in you but you. And so many people don't, because I deal with that on a literally minute-by-minute basis with so many people. And when you can get someone to believe in themselves, it's the most powerful, it's a bigger drug than somebody chanting your name and 20,000 people there.
And Paige, here's a great thing about it. You're the living embodiment of that, because you came into a business at a very late age. You were practically bigger than everybody you were managing, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, you go in there and you've got to prove yourself, and you proved yourself, by hard work and dedication. You know what I'm saying?
And that's really, I use different stories of myself, but I use other people too. Did you guys happen to see, and he's not in the book, but he's a I don't know what you call it, of the book. He's a example of the book, because he was working directly with me. His name was Vance Hines. When I met him, I was, we all know who, Bert Kreischer is, right? The comedian?
No.
Oh, dude, he's super funny. And if you go, next time you're on Netflix, look up Bert Kreischer. He's one of Rogan's buddies.
Right.
And he's hysterical. So someone had said, he came into my Twitter feed, and they said, Bert, you should have DDP on your show. And Bert said, I'd love to have DDP on his show. So I went to his Twitter feed, and when I was on it, I was going to just DM him. And what happened is I saw this big guy, and he was 475 pounds. He's got his shirt off. He's got the camera of his phone, and he's filming himself. He's a district attorney, 52 years old, a district attorney, and he's like, I got to change my life. Bert, you said they do this thing, him and Rogan and his other buddies, they do this thing called Sober October, and they all get sober for the month. Bert said halfway through that month he was going to run a half a marathon. And I was like, fuck you ain't running no half marathon. And, busted his balls, but he did it. So when Vance Hines saw this, Vance was like, hell, if he could do that, I'd get my ass off the couch. So he got up and he started walking. When I got with him, he was about 15 pounds down. And I just put a thing up on his Twitter feed. Hey, bro, keep up the great work. If you need any help, let me know. DDP. So I said, DM me. So he DMs me, and he says, I'm sorry, but I had no idea who you are. You love that. How when somebody's going to tell you why they don't know you or they're sorry. So he's sorry I don't know you. But when my people on my Twitter feed saw, everything all the responses, like, if you don't take DDP yourself, you're crazy. He said, I used to say no to everything. Now I'm saying yes to everything and everyone. I will absolutely take your help. In 1 year, he came to see me 3 times, right when he started, in the middle, and at the end. 1 year to the day, guys. And he videoed everything. He lost 198 pounds. Like, he took the power of owning it to its 10th level. Then depressed, you're feeling bad about yourself, help somebody. And if you help somebody, you're going to feel good about you. Like, it's human nature.
And it's positive energy. And here's the other thing, Paige, that I wanted to bring up, because I'd like to, you've always been a guy, a great motivational speaker, a guy that helps people out. Disco knows this. But my question is, and I remember you were listening to Tony Robbins back in the day, right?
Hell yeah, I still do.
I know. So way back then, you were listening to him. But here's my question, because we're about the same age. What do you think happened? Do you think that a lot of people were depressed when we were young, but maybe they didn't talk about it, or do you think that people being so medicated at such a young age and so much, and that's why people have all these mental illnesses? What do you think's going on?
I think it's like now, like the drug companies. My buddy Chris Bell, you guys know who Chris Bell is, right? He did Bigger, Stronger, Faster. He was the director of that. He also he did a documentary called Prescription Thugs.
Yeah.
Now,
with Horseshoe.
If you go back,
Horseshoe did that,
with
right?
Horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
Back, and the thing is that if you go back and you look at, like this is called psychiatry, okay? If you go back to the 50s, they were seen as quacks. And each reason why, and I think psychiatrists are good. How they got their power, bottom line is that there's a phobia, there is a drug for everything today. And people get so drugged up, between the drugs, the prescriptions, and the food, that the food's so fucked up. Like, you guys don't even know. Watch food, you're not going to see it on national television. You're not going to see it on cable television, because how can you put a healthy show that's going to tell you how bad shit is when you've got Papa John's going into a Doritos commercial, going into a Coca-Cola commercial, going into a Nabisco commercial.
Right. And then now they have like the taco shells made out of Dorito chips. Like, yeah, you're right. And of course, it doesn't behoove them to go out there and say this shit is bad for you, because it's cheap shit that they're selling us.
Hey, Jay, I got a question for you. Speaking of, because I want to get into diet here a little bit. How's your diet lately? How strict are you? How often do you cheat?
Here's how I cheat. Instead of eating regular ice cream, I'm going to eat coconut ice cream.
Right.
Because I know what they did to the cow, and it makes me feel like shit. I mean, how many people have milk allergies?
Right.
Like, they don't even know, but they've got, as you get older, you guys are going to see this. Because one of the reasons why you feel like shit is because of the food you put in your body.
Absolutely.
And when you feel like shit, well, then you're going to get depressed, Konnan. That's what you're saying. Why is everybody so depressed?
Right.
Oh, it's because they eat shit.
Right.
Like, I don't eat GMOs. If it's fucking not been created, now I'll eat processed food, but it comes from real food.
Right.
It comes from, like no one has ruined brown rice yet. And I pretty much put an organic in front of everything. And people go, oh, geez, organic this, organic that. Or what your great-grandparents used to call food.
Right.
Hey, you'll pop this. For some inexplicable reason, it's like it's an Albertsons, which is the equivalent of a Kroger's back in Atlanta. The hot food bar is actually pretty good. It's like, wow, you know what I had the other day for my cheat meal? You'll pop of this. The fried rice, the duck sauce, and the hot mustard. That's a hidden gem. Yeah. Anybody that fried rice, you got to put the duck sauce and the hot mustard on. That was me and Paige's go-to cheat meal back in the day.
That was now if I'm going to have duck sauce, it's going to be like the healthiest one I can find. Right. If I cheat on something like that, but I just don't put shit in my body. I eat organic. I eat stuff that's GMO free.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. So, will you how do you eat? I mean, do you have obviously it's not a keto diet, but what would you consider? Are you vegan? Are you just how?
No, I'm just I eat real food. I'll give you an example. For breakfast, I have 8 eggs.
Right.
They're how are they? They're pasteurized organic.
Mm-hmm.
My wife says that. They're organic.
Hey, I told people on this podcast about this. Bro, when you buy those expensive eggs, the one you're talking about, like $6 to $8 a dozen, the yolks are just richer and they taste better, don't they?
It's real eggs.
Yeah,
they're pasture raised. And they're organic. When you think about it, if you're paying 99 cents for a dozen, just do the math.
Yeah, right.
But again, go to Watch Food Inc. Because it's not just like the old adage used to be, you are what you eat, and that is still true. Right. But you are what they eat.
And
the animals, the fish,
and how is it?
What you pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Right.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so important. So all of this is really a part of Positively Unstoppable, because owning it can be like, how do I've got so many 400-500 pound guys right now that I'm working with, it'll blow your mind. And some of them are going to stick. Because when Vance's video went viral, it went over 22 million in 7 days.
Jesus.
Plus, here's a beautiful thing, Paige, that I'm feeling from you right now is that just the great joy that you get in helping another human being reach his physical and mental, you know what I'm saying, status that they want to get to. And that's something that must be for you, you know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful. Scott Hall said, someone said to me, like, how will you leave this? I was doing some show, and they said, how do you want to leave this today? They said something about when I said, Scott Hall has said that my addiction is helping people. And to a certain degree, he's right, because, again, it's kind of selfish.
Right.
Because when I start helping them, they start telling other people, but they start helping other people.
Right.
And man, it's like
forward.
My wife and I dude, when me and my wife were doing a Comic-Con or whatever, and we're working together, I mean, we might, I won't sit, sign the autograph. I sign the autograph and I talk to them. Right. And people see, well, God, he's actually spending time with that person.
Right.
Because I'm not there to sign autographs.
Right.
I'm there to share the word from food to working out. Most importantly, the mindset. Because whether it's Vance Hines or disabled veteran Arthur Gorman or Stacy or anybody I've ever worked with, I explain to them right up front, as important as the DDPY. And now I'm calling it DDPY. Why? Because I want people to stop calling it just fucking yoga. Because it's not. And I didn't make it for yogis. I made it for us. That's what I made it for originally. As important as the food plan is, it's 10% of the fucking equation. The 90% is between your ears. Like, what story are you telling yourself? Oh, God, I'm king of the excuses. My food. That's where I have my problems. I can't do the food. Well, you're right. Because if you say you can and you say you can't, you're right. The guy who made that quote famous, his name was Henry Ford. Well, what the fuck did he ever do? Right. You know what I mean?
Right. I'll tell you, Paige, I use this quote all the time. Everybody in this country has two things: opportunities to succeed and excuses not to. You can choose one or the other.
I'll definitely use that.
And the other thing, and it goes to what you were saying. Anything that you give power to, Paige, has power over you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.